I think the potato works pretty well here because it's like it's textured enough, but it's still very direct. I think it transitions well into the baked potato works. I think maybe we can do this and then 3 like that, and then if we use the blocks, here is where this is, and we do let's try the green block actually. No, I think it might make it taller, the line can work. And I think this guy works better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's make everything taller by 1. One last thing that I have to check is whether the corner should also be potato peels. Yeah, I think the sides can also be, the edges can also be like that. That will. I think we move everything up and we'll have a pretty good potato house. I like the patterns we got going at least. So let's do that. And now here, if we still do the signs anyways. What does it do? Yeah, I think this looks better. And then we can easily do, say, door here and then window. Okay, or maybe I just prefer like balcony kind of thing. Slabs, we have the potato slab. The potato slab. Then I think I still keep light up here. That, I think if we do a little bit of this, I think this potato house is starting to look decent. And also, yeah, it kind of works. I mean, I don't think it, I'm not sure if it protects against creepers. However, it is a wall. I guess it is a window, right? And you know, windows don't need to be protected. Maybe we do an extra little guy here in the middle. The amber window, once again. Center it actually. Let's try to center it. And this makes a pretty good facade, which is exactly why I'm El Potato and I'm here to make a potato house challenge with the potato update blocks that you can see in this beautiful palette back here, and we are gonna use all of these to make a house in today's episode of Building Challenges. We're sort of just gonna use the same style of pattern that we did over there on all these sides here, because consistency is key to a good build a lot of the time. And this is one of those times, of course. And then we do up to here. I absolutely hate the weird sounds it does, but whatever. And then we do button slab, block of amber. The amber block honestly looks really good. It's kind of like gold block, but it just looks better than the gold block, right? Like it just feels like the gold block's successful sister. And then we grab the stairs and we put them here, and stair, slabs, stair, slabs, stair. We do a trap door in each of those parts of the pillar. We do trapdoor down here, trapdoor up there, trapdoor up there, trapdoor down here, trapdoor up here, trapdoor down there. And then over on this corner, the thing about this is that the signs can't really follow, right? So what we're gonna do instead is we're just gonna do maybe just a stem down the side, and maybe we push the entire thing over. Yeah, I think this works. Like it's a bit more crammed than over on this side, right? Because this side has the extra little thing, whereas this here it's much more cramped. But I think it works still. However, I do think I still prefer the more open look of this, though I can see both working relatively well. However, what I might be interested in is to try to add maybe some, some of the walls and maybe try to add some depth with them. If I did this, for example, like here it doesn't work, right? But like this, for example, that's depth, right? And that can be exploited. Or I can do it like here, but here it just doesn't work, right? But it can be used in a few spots. Like I'd say maybe we can try to do a bit of depth right over here. And that does add a little something. In fact, what happens if I go all the way through? Let's try to go all the way through. Let's add the missing potatoes on the edges. Let's remove all the middle stuff. And let's try to replace it with walls. See how I feel about it. And perhaps that might just be the way to go. I think. Let's already try the front just to make sure we don't make any mistakes in advance. And if I look here, I do kind of like it. Like it adds a bit more depth to this area here. I think I do like that little thing because it's like the exact same texture but it's a little bit darker. And I do feel like it adds a bit more depth to the general building. I think I like that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add it all around. I think an important part of building is to really just not be afraid of trying a bunch of different stuff. Because, you know, worst case scenario, you replace it, which is not that bad of a case scenario. And, you know, best case scenario, you just found yourself a new style that you can work on, right? And I think that's really nice. And, you know, I think when you find little tricks like using the walls here, for example, because, I mean, even if I do something on top, yeah, let's try to have something on top, because it probably will have something on top because of the roof. Doesn't care, actually. Alright, yeah, so we're good. I think this is pretty nice. And so already, just by the mix of potato signs and trapdoors, and then the gates and the slabs on the window, and then the different stairs and the slabs again and the wall, I think it has a lot of depth to it. And then the fact that we used a bunch of different colored stuff while still remaining on the general theme of brown and green, right, which is the poisonous potato kind of style. I think it works pretty well. Now, of course, I don't think I'm gonna be using all the potato stuff. However, I could be using some of the things in the front, and in fact, I might already try that before moving onto the roof. And we can also just do some of the potato leaves. And I think if I just leafify the area a bit, like that, quite well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using the buds at all. But I do like this sort of thing with lampposts and little things, and I think I'm just gonna go all around and just add some greenery. Not like full-blown garden like in the front, but I do still think, you know, a little bit of leafy hedge could work. Okay, and then I feel like fluorite, I'm not sure what to do right with it. Actually I might just know what to do with it. And also let me check another thing. What does the stem look like from the bottom? What does this guy look like from the... Okay, this guy doesn't look the most interesting. The stem certainly does, and this guy is totally gonna be used for like a chimney. Absolutely. And then really like the look of this from the bottom, so I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do with like under the roof. I'll just do a whole bunch of these for like a ceiling. And then I think I also really like the look of this, and I'm gonna see what a tiled floor with this looks like, because it already looks like tiles, right? Oh, it's also angled. Ooh, that's big. I could like... Right, because it's rotated. Yeah, it makes sense, which means it's because it's a furnace, right? So if I do this sort of thing, where I have them facing inwards, and then here they go that way, that really creates sort of very tile looking thing. And I guess here it looks like a strip of tiles here, right? And I really like that look actually. I'm gonna try this for the floor. This, I actually really like this floor pattern. Okay! Damn, this update got some cool stuff. There's a cat. Oh, it's a cat! Ah, it's a cat! I got a cat. Okay, nice, that's fine. Really like this floor pattern, and now let's actually already do the saw, maybe, maybe already do the cutters all around, because that's sort of gonna be annoying to do. Actually, what I might do is just grab, like, I'll just put leaves here, and that way I can switch into survival and just insta-cut everything with shears. That way it's less annoying to get down and to break. And I can just put it in so it's easier to place all the stone cutters. So we can quickly just do that. And that way, by doing this insta breaks, so I can easily get rid of all this. I didn't have to shift all the time to get rid of it. And now I have a wonderful stone cutter ceiling. This looks really nice actually. This looks really nice. In fact, does the stone cutter generally always look that good? Like the bottom of the stone cutter? Oh yeah, because bottom of stone cutter is just like very similar to smooth. I mean, it's still pretty good. It's actually still really nice. So I feel like it's so similar to smooth stone that we don't even really think about it much, but it is also really cool, and I think I might start using stonecutter as well. Yeah, it's just that we don't generally think of stonecutter because of the fact that, you know, it's half block, right? So when doing things like this, it's not a big deal, and actually the bottom is like... I think the thing about this one is that it has like a very wooden looking bottom, and it still works really well. So that's very nice. And now I think it's time for the roof, and what I'm trying... The reason why I put it off is because I really don't know whether... Goodness. Whether to do it in... Also, I don't know if I want to use the pedestals instead of the pedicles, maybe. Because that way there's a bit more of the ember color. And you know, I don't hate it. The Tater Stone. I think it's gonna be the Tater Stone. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna do Tater Stone, but then I'm not sure what the backdrop is, nor where it is, right? Maybe I move the backdrop back by one as well. I think I do. I think I do move the backdrop by one, which means putting it over here, and maybe I do potato. Does the graphite? Does the graphite work? Similar shade to the ember without being too shiny either. I think I like that. Yeah, let's do graphite. Let's do graphite, or at least that's what I think. Let's do, right? So let's grab the Tater Stone, this here, and then here we have to do bam, 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 bam. Bep for the typical L. No, I don't mind that. I think that's a little... that cool little quirky. Let's do that, and then we do once again right here down to there, and then we do the bottoms. Now, is it a really big roof for a not so tall house? Perhaps it is. Perhaps. Honestly, it's absolutely crazy how epic these April snapshots are. Like, a lot of them don't even look like, don't even feel like it's an April Fool's, right? It just feels like full-blown update features. I mean, yeah, it definitely feels like an April Fool's snapshot, right? But it doesn't have the same, but like it's not what you would think of. Like, I feel like if you didn't know Minecraft and someone told you about an April Fool's update, I feel like this grandeur of stuff is not what the person would be expecting, right? Though it definitely feels April Fool's, right? I mean, it's a whole update based on poisonous potatoes, so it definitely feels like an April Fool's update, but it doesn't have this grandeur that you'd expect, right? I mean, it has, or rather, it has a grandeur you wouldn't expect, I guess is how I should put it. I'm gonna do a furnace, a chimney rather, right here. And I'm gonna be using those bricks. Actually, I might be using those brown bricks finally. I feel like maybe the entire thing should be brought down one, and I think this layer can be removed completely. And there we go. I think this is looking pretty neat. Now I think I can still do something of the likes here by going to here with some signs. That works. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, let's do that instead, actually. Instead of this cluttered mess. Like that. Okay. Okay, I think this is quite nice, actually. I think I am done with today's build. I am quite happy with how the potato house turned out. I did like the cross roof. You can't really see any difference because of the texture, right? But I do like the cross roof with all four sides coming off. I don't usually do this sort of crossing, but I am quite happy with it. Actually, do I not usually do it? I don't know. I feel like I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't because of this. I don't like dealing with that. And oftentimes I do prefer, I find it easier to just loop instead, or instead find some other elaborate way of really avoiding this particular corner. Because, you know, it generally looks good. I think when it's different heights, it works better. Almost. But also when it's same height, it works pretty nice when you're actually be able to do it. Either way, I'm quite happy with the fact that I was able to use the charred stuff on the furnace. Really make it look like, you know, it's all kind of burnt up there. In fact, I might even do... really make it look burnt. Also, it makes it stand out a bit more as well. So I do like the chimney up there right in the crossing. I like the way I use the little hanging sign there on the thing. I'm quite happy with the window design. It's very interesting to say the least. I'm pretty sure there's mobs spawning up here on the roof. And otherwise, there's also this floor with the furnaces. That's really good. With better furnaces, that's really cool. The stone cutter roof is really nice. I really liked all the vegetation up in front of here. The light post is cool. I am quite happy with how this house turned out. And with that said, this was a video, and I hope you liked it. If you have any more ideas for other building challenges that I could do, be sure to comment them down below. And with that said, I'm El Potato. I'll see you in the next potato update. Over. Pew!